young dwarf, I would ask that you give that which is mine.
Um, what does
I do
Thorgil
not
look
think
like he's
that
gonna
is
do?
in. Thorgil
Let him.
looks
Let
like
him.
he's
Yeah.
not gonna give it to her.
Oh.
I don't think it's in anyone's best interest to give you this flower, to let you leave, to break this barrier that is keeping you here and keeping others out.
Um, you see her face darken at this, and for another brief second, you see that flicker that shows the scarred and damaged form of who she is. And then it snaps back, and she goes, I don't think you quite understand, young dwarf. You're under magical contract to give me that rose. And
But this
assuming that
contract was entered into in bad faith.
it was not.
What we have learned since entering that contract. There are things that we did not know and that we would never have agreed to.
She nods and she goes, however, there was no, what do you mortals call it, fine print in this. I
Well, if
simply
there
asked
was
for
no
the rose.
fine
What I
print.
do with it in my own time is my own business. You all know, and I know you know, that these roses come with a great power to them. Do you think that an ancient fae trapped within a wooded circle asking for a powerful rose of Dalor would not seek to use such?
Why don't we ask your daughter what she wants?
She turns and she says, under normal circumstances, I do think that that is a wise decision. However, she is not under this contract, and she is sleeping.
We can. Alright, we can wait.
And
We
then,
got.
and then she pauses and she goes, however, I do know that she willingly gave you that rose for the purpose that you brought it here under our contract.
I. What would you give you that idea?
I heard her speak it of her own mouth.
It shouldn't be surprising.
When did you hear this?
Before you all arrived, she and I had a conversation before she fell asleep.
That tricky little bitch. She be talking to Latvia.
And she smiles and she goes, do not misunderstand me. It's not often that I receive visitors, and she knows who I am.
Implying that we don't know who you are. Right?
You know full well who I am. And she goes, I am Latia. But for the elves, the Fae hold a greater and more familial significance. Call me great grandmother to their eyes.
Can I roll a constitution check to see if Beavis stays awake?
Yeah?
I got 12. Does he stay awake or does he slump
Yeah.
down on the table?
You're tired, and like you're probably like you're like leaning on like the desk, and like you're like kind of thing. But yeah, you're still awake. You're just kind of like you're like fuck, I'm tired. And maybe like because you did that, she looks at you and she goes, "Are you tired, Sir Gnome?"
It doesn't seem like there's anything I can do to make the situation better, so yeah, I'm pretty fucking sleepy.
Would you like me to solve that for you?
No, I don't want to.
Oh,
He's like, hell no.
Yeah, his eyes like snap up, and she goes, no, you misunderstand. I mean, a gift freely given, no contract.
Wait. We had a conversation about this before.
No, that would
Gift
actually be
given.
good for us because if she gives a gift freely given, that means she's accepting me as a guest under her house. So she would have some obligation to not harm me. So yeah, that would perk Beavis right up, and he'd be like, hell yeah, gift freely given from a powerful fey creature. I'm not that sleepy. Yeah.
Yeah, and immediately upon hearing that, in front of you on the table is a loaf of bread cut very finely, and you see next to it a number of small bowls with honeys and jams and butters and things like that. All different types: sweet butter, salt butter, occasional little condiments and things like that, all over this table. And she looks at you all and she says, "Do you know what a good berry is?"
We think wistfully of Kiro. We say.
Yeah. The
Ricochet.
plants of this
Yeah.
realm under my menstruations hold some of these qualities.
Do you mean
Have-
ministrations?
Menstruation. Yes. Yes, menstruations. Thank you.
Way different.
I was wondering.
Menstruation. Menstruations. There we go. Fuck. My
You know
brain.
what you mean.
Yeah.
Right.
And he goes, have a loaf of this with some honey, and I feel that you will feel
Be-
much better.
All right. Hell yeah. I chow down.
Yeah, so you
Cool.
quickly, and anyone, she waves, and she goes, all of you are welcome as guests to my home. And you quickly pour some of the honey onto it and bite into it, and about halfway, you feel that fatigue just instantly like loosen from your bones. It's like drinking like a good hot green tea when you're tired. Like it just like warms through you. Like good hot green tea with like some like a shot of whiskey. Like it just like everything feels good. And so you're fatigued.
All right. Well, while they're eating,
What does that mean? Like long rest or?
No, it just removes the fatigue.
Oh, okay.
If you were hungry or anything like that, basically this food wipes fatigue. Keeps you cool.
So while we're chowing down, what are you doing, Bella?
I'm gonna talk to her. So they seem to be dancing around the issue, but I know I, for one, to the best of my ability, try to fulfill all my contracts. So therefore, I feel like I need to tell you this. We were given an explicit warning that if we do give you the rose, you will be found by your, I suppose, ex-husband and one of your progeny. We never got names.
You see her think for a second, and it's like a long second. It's like this really pregnant silence, and she goes, I doubt that my husband could find me in the state that he is.
Okay.
I mean, we have a pretty strong indication otherwise, right? Like, Yopeg's not exactly a dummy.
As towards the son you speak of, I have no direct children.
Okay.
Bleep bloop.
Well, I just felt like
And she, bleep bloop, 100% true. She's gonna continue though, and I'm gonna tell you if she's true.
Oh.
On that. And she goes, there is a law among my people about having offspring.
I wasn't aware.
Who is Yopeg?
Where if you have an offspring, they are to be slain immediately as a child.
Seems a little harsh.
Yeah, what the fuck? You can't.
please understand that I do not enjoy this either. It goes against everything that I believe as far as nature is concerned. However, the understanding or the danger that that is understood is for myself and for one like me to bear a child would be to create a possible entity stronger than either of us. And they and she pauses and she goes, and they could be led astray as children, misguided, and endanger everything that we sought to build.
And if we had good reason to believe that progeny of yours was out in the world without being slain, how would you react?
She goes, that is not the case. As I am the female, I know of all of the progeny that I had, which was one. And he was slain as a babe.
By?
Yeah.
By un momentito, because I forgot the name. Oh, there we go. By Nala.
Can I make like some direct eye contact and make it like clear that I want her to like examine what I'm saying and say like we have very good reason to believe that you were misled?
Give me a persuasion.
Can she just roll an insight check and see I'm telling the truth?
No.
Fuck. I have 0 persuasion. Val, you do it.
0 persuasion.
This is actually sounding very familiar.
Huh?
What am I trying to get her to do? To believe? I guess I'm trying to get her to believe me, even though I'm telling the truth.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, deception
doesn't matter
is to believe while telling a lie. Persuasion is to believe while
Just
telling the
go
truth.
along with me. Yeah.
Yeah. Believe what I am telling you. And she sits there and she goes, then you have received faulty information.
From you, okay?
Alright.
I want to actually say his name, see if she responds.
You see her face darken, and there's that brief flash of who she is, and she goes, while the chosen feel that they are fully knowledgeable about what should and shouldn't be done in this world, they lack experience and time on their
So
side.
she calls the council the chosen, and that's at least the second time she said the chosen.
Yep.
Sorry, Thorgil. I wanted to see what that would make her react, how that would make her react.
Oh,
Humpadink.
That's what I was going for a
I
second.
just felt like I needed to pass on that information. Good faith of the contract.
And she nods and she says, I understand the difficulty. However, Yokai is soft.
Sure.
He used to be the mightiest of the chosen.
Now he's a pacifist.
And a worshipper of my husband. But he's turned from that path and he seeks to solve everything with words.
Okay, so let's say we were telling the truth, and you had a husband and a son who would find you if you accepted this rose. What would the consequences of that be?
My husband is dead.
That's
The
not what
son
I
is
asked.
dead.
That's
They,
not like.
if they found me in their living states that do no longer exist, I question what my son would think of me, knowing that I willingly gave him to be slain by Nala. But I don't know, because he was an infant. As for my husband, he is a tempest of wrath and destruction. And the question really should be, what would he be capable of in the attempt to obtain me? not the obtaining of me. The destruction that he would bring about to this world would